Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here, the Wanderlust CEO. Today we are talking about 3 critical things that million-dollar producing agents and agencies do different. So if you want to find out what those 3 things are, how you should be doing them, and also learn a little bit about the value system of a 7-figure producer, then keep on watching. That's what we're talking about today. All right, guys, don't forget to take a moment, like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell over on YouTube. Bring you amazing content every single week to help you with your travel businesses, and we don't want you to miss a thing. If you're new here, type a little "I'm new" below. I'd love to welcome you to our community. If you are new, you might not know who I am. My name is Cyndi Williams. I am the CEO of Careers on Vacation, and I teach people just like you how to launch, grow, and supersize your travel business. In fact, I've done it for so long and helped so many people. We're talking about our 7-figure producers and our our $1 million club, our multi-million-dollar club. We have a lot of case studies that have come through our program, so I have a lot of experience. And what I've looked at over the years as we've helped and mentored and coached people into this huge area or arena of success, there are some common things that I notice, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. What are those things, and what could you be maybe doing different in your approach or tactically to get on the path to being a $1 million agent? So let's dive right into that today. Oh, by the way, if you are brand new, I would really encourage you to grab our Top 10 Tools Guide. You can go to careersonvacation.com/TA Tools or wanderlustceo.com/TA Tools. That's a great little guide that will help you out with some free resources as well. So I'll link that down below so you guys can get a copy of that. But let's get into the number one thing that our $1 million club producers, multi-million-dollar club producers, that I notice they do differently. And it's so obvious, but so many people don't do this. It is treating your business like a real business. This is one of those things. If you treat your business like a real business, it will give you real results. If you treat it like a hobby, it will give you hobby results. It is partially mindset. It's partially how you go about it. So when I talk about my $1 million club, multi-million-dollar club, here's some specific things I see them do different in that arena of how did they treat their businesses like a business. One is mindset, just like deciding it's going to be a real business, right? But then you have the right setup, picking the right setup from the beginning, or even if you've started already and you've figured out, oh, my system isn't working or it's not getting me to the level that I thought it would, take a beat, reassess, and figure out what is the right structure that you should be in. Picking the right setup is critical to escalate how fast you are going to get to that $1 million or multi-million-dollar level. So how are you set up, and is it working for your business today? Secondly, they get certifications or education or training. They don't come in going, I know everything and I'm going to figure it out, right? That DIY mindset and that kind of like, I'm going to put it together as I go, that hobby approach, they avoid that at all costs. They are about learning, just tell me what works. I want to know how to put it together. And that's where the certification can come into play, or the right training if they have gaps in certain areas. If you're coming from outside our industry, it is a lot to learn. And there are key things that take a time. It takes training. It takes building your skill set, right? So having that critical information at the onset, they are really committed to doing that early on in their journey. And look, if you didn't go about that approach, just figure out where your gaps are now and think about how you can fix that or improve that across the board. And the other thing is they work with people who are working also in their best interest. This is very specific to our industry because as you guys are searching, watching these videos online, you're going to see a lot of things that pop up. Be a travel agent, come work for me, we'll do this, we'll do that. A $1 million producer is interested in aligning with working with someone that is going to be solely focused on their best interest, right? To get to that $1 million level, multi-million-dollar level. So not everything in our industry is all sunshine and roses. There's a lot of marketing that happens. There's a lot of MLM outfits, and some of them are going to give you more success than others. Like MLMs, we want to avoid those, right? And even if you're hosting, they're going to keep a portion of your commission. And if you're working in service of another agency, their goals will always come before your goals. So a really savvy business owner will figure out, if I want to be the owner of my business, what are the things that I need to do different, or what information do I need to know ahead of time to put this in place based on my goals? So finding someone who's objective to that, that's who they're looking for. They don't get caught up in the flashy marketing and the different things that are out there. So that's one thing that I notice a lot of them in their onset getting into the industry that they did differently. All right, number 2, they put real systems and processes in place. A savvy business owner, I don't care what industry, knows that a well systematized business is a more profitable business. So knowing what are the best practices for this industry, what proven systems do I need to have in place, how should I structure this thing so I can make the most money in the least amount of time, they do that again earlier on. If you can have it set up the right way from the beginning, and guys, listen, when I started in the industry, we're talking 30 years ago, right? So I had to go through, I worked for one of the biggest travel brands in the world. When I opened my own agency, I was an amazing salesperson, but I didn't know how to market. I didn't know how to automate. I didn't know how to function my business. And I had to go through all of the trial and error because there was no careers on vacation back then. There were no mentors back then. There were no outfits that would just come in and show you how to do that stuff. It was a very competitive environment. So through trial and error is how I built my proven systems and how I got my agency to the level that it is today, right? So getting those systems in place early on is really key. They also automate. Anything you can automate is great. All right, let's get into number 3. This is one of those things where I think people come into our industry with a lot of confidence and then they figure out real quick they're in over their heads. And maybe that's you. I know marketing is a tough one, but they have real marketing plans. I'm not talking about, oh, I already know how to use Facebook. I know how to use Instagram. I'll just throw my stuff out there. That's not a real marketing plan, right? A real marketing plan should be multifaceted. It should have multiple channels of marketing that you are utilizing. You should have strategies for those multiple channels. Your strategy on Facebook is not the same as a user as it is a business owner. That is really key to understand. Yes, there are some organic reach things that you can do, but also like how are you utilizing the paid ads? How are you utilizing things like groups? How are you utilizing your outreach? Or once you capture an email through these different processes, what do you do with it, right? Understanding the strategic approach for each marketing channel that you are putting together is really key. And look, if you're overwhelmed by this information, take a deep breath. This is all stuff you can learn over time. I had to learn it over 10 years, right? I'll share some resources with you here in just a second. But they have a real marketing plan. So multifaceted, it's also strategic. The other thing that it is pre-planned and automated, right? And here's the thing that happens in our industry a lot. If you're not familiar with travel industry, the first 3 months of the year are what we call wave season. It's busy, 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 busy. So you don't have to work that hard in the first 3 months. But the problem that happens is everybody's like, oh, this is great. I'm booking all these things and it's easy. The leads are coming in. But then you hit like March 20th, April 1st, and all of a sudden, zoop, your leads just kind of fall off. And you're like, what's happening? What's going on? If you are not marketing behind the scenes or have marketing going all of the time, then that's why your leads are going to dip. So understanding how to make your business kind of like wave season all year long, or at least have that uptick where it's not such a drop off, is so important. So you have regular leads coming in your business continually all year long. That is what a good marketing plan does for you when it's strategic, it's automated, it's pre-planned, all of those things, right? So they have real marketing plans. $1 million producer, they know what they're doing, they know what they're marketing, they know when to market it, and they know how to put it together, pre-plan it, and do it in a way where they're not having to think about it every day as well. All right, I told you I was going to share one of the things that I feel like $1 million, multi-million-dollar producers value. And I had to learn this, you guys, because I came from Midwest. I didn't come from super wealthy family, right? Like my parents lived paycheck to paycheck. My dad worked like 7 days a week, right? It was like I had to learn wealth consciousness, right? And when I've owned several businesses, and when I had my first couple of businesses that I owned, I was all like DIY, like how can I do this myself? How can I learn it? How can I figure it out? And I expelled so much energy, so much pain and suffering, so much like failure, so I could learn and then get a little better, learn and get a little better. Years of my life I wasted doing that stuff, right? And when I started really thinking like a real business owner, and I got better mentors and I got better at doing my job, I got better at making decisions, I learned really quickly that it's not money that is my biggest commodity, it is time, right? And that in this group, they understand that time is the number one commodity that they have. They are willing to lose some money to try something new and to try to get an answer and to fix a problem in their business. They are never willing to waste time. And that's where I am in my life, especially now. Like, I have our successful businesses. We've proven that case studies wise. We've helped all these other businesses, but I don't have time to like DIY or research the latest XYZ thing, but I do have money to go, I'm going to figure out that answer, pay someone to do it, and then we're going to keep on trucking along and the results are going to come faster, because having the results faster matters. It allows you to build your business and get more of a foothold in the marketplace. So that's one thing that 7-figure producers value, is time over money. So guys, I hope this was helpful for you today. I hope you incorporate some of these ideas into your business. And I want to remind you, this is what we train people on every single day. Careers on Vacation is a 12-week mastermind program where we work with you. You do not work under us. We do not host agents. We do not take any of your money. When we talked earlier about seeing through the shenanigans, we work for you. We figure out what your goals are, how to fix your setup process or create your setup process so it is absolutely optimized from day one. We also walk you through how to do everything that you need to know, how to create a marketing plan, how to get those proven systems in place, how to automate and systematize your business from day one is really, really key so you can get to those results faster. So if you are doing your business hobbyist level, no judgment if that's what you want. But if you are really like, this is the year I'm going to get to that goal that I want to get to. I want to start my business. I want to think about it like a real business, and I want to be on the path to those bigger numbers. No other company in the industry has more case studies than we do for this, guys. So I want to encourage you to go check us out online. Go to careersonvacation.com, learn a little bit more about the program. And if you are ready to apply, go to careersonvacation.com/ready now. You're really just having a conversation with our enrollments department so we can understand your goals. If it is a fit to work together, we'll talk to you about how to apply for the program. You get our online access to our portal, our student portal, as well as you get to work with humans. This is a big deal. You get to work with our amazing team. This is not a set it and forget it or an e-learning junk program, right? And we have over 200 plus case studies showing our results, so definitely check those out as well. But guys, I hope this was helpful for you today. Thank you again. We just crossed the 35,000 mark on our YouTube channel. I'm like, what is happening? That was not a strategy. It was just because we come and show up and give you guys education and love every single week. And you guys have made us the #1 channel in the world for travel agents. So we thank you so much for that. I'll see you guys next week. I wish you so much love, so much abundance wherever you are in the world. Bye, guys. Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out all of the other content on our channel. And if you want to follow along and travel with me around the world and see how I run my amazing travel brands and get some great tips on how to grow your own, make sure you check out that other content. I'm going to drop a couple videos here. Click those links. I'll see you next time. Bye guys.